Friends, today we are going to talk about a company that most people have completely overlooked. And honestly speaking, that is exactly what makes this so interesting. While everyone is busy chasing the big names, the flashy stocks, the ones that are all over the news, this particular company has been quietly, steadily. Now let me tell you something straight away. Something unusual is happening in this company. We are not talking about some one-time jump. We are not talking about a lucky quarter where some exceptional item inflated the numbers. No. What we are seeing here is a pattern, a very clear, very deliberate pattern of growth that has been building quarter after quarter after quarter. Think about it this way. When a company's sales go up by 18% in 1 year, that is solid. That is healthy. But when in that same period, the EBITDA shoots up by 54% and the net profit jumps by 61%, that is a completely different story altogether. That is not just growth. That is the company becoming fundamentally more profitable. That is margins expanding in a very meaningful way. And the most interesting part? Almost nobody is talking about it. Sales grew 18% year-on-year. EBITDA grew 54%. Net profit grew 61%. These are not small numbers, friends. These are the kind of numbers that make serious investors stop and pay very close attention. So let us now look at what is actually happening with this company, quarter by quarter. In March 2025, the company reported sales of 695 crore rupees. Net profit at that point was 44.3 crore. Decent numbers, nothing extraordinary, but a solid foundation. Then comes December 2025. Sales moved up to 775 crore. Net profit went to 45.8 crore. Again, steady progress. The company is not stumbling, it is not struggling, it is just quietly going about its business. And then March 2026 comes along, and suddenly everything accelerates. Sales jump to 823 crore rupees. EBITDA, which is the operating profitability measure, rockets up to 91.4 crore from 59.4 crore a year ago. That is a 54% jump in operating profit. And net profit? That goes all the way to 71.1 crore rupees. From 44.3 crore to 71.1 crore in 1 year. That is a 61% jump. And the earnings per share, the actual return that every single shareholder is seeing on their investment. That moved from 7 rupees 32 paise to 11 rupees 75 paise. A 61% increase in what each shareholder earns per share. Each quarter building on the previous one. This is not a one-time spike, friends. This is sustained, compounding execution. Now you might be thinking, okay, the numbers look good, but why does this particularly matter? There are so many companies posting decent numbers every quarter. What makes this one different? That is a very fair question, and here is the answer. The thing that makes this special is not the revenue growth. 18% revenue growth is good, but it is not extraordinary. What makes this special is the gap between revenue growth and profit growth. Revenue went up 18%. But EBITDA went up 54%. Net profit went up 61%. Do you see what is happening there? The profits are growing at 3 times the speed of revenue. That gap, that massive gap between revenue growth and profit growth, is called operating leverage. And it tells you that the company is becoming structurally more efficient. Every additional rupee of revenue they are generating is contributing significantly more to the bottom line than it used to. This is a very important distinction. A company that grows revenue and profit at the same rate is just getting bigger. But a company where profits grow 3 times faster than revenue? That company is getting more powerful. Its business model is getting stronger. Its pricing power is improving. Its cost efficiency is improving. Something fundamentally positive is happening inside the operations. And the EPS number makes this very personal for shareholders. If you held shares in this company last March, your earnings per share was 7 rupees 32 paise. Today, those same shares are earning you 11 rupees 75 paise. That is 61% more money falling to your pocket as a shareholder in just 1 year. That is a real, tangible, significant return. Now here is the most important part of this entire video. This is the insight that most people are missing. This company operates in the petroleum products sector. And I want you to think about what that means from a market attention perspective. Petroleum products, specialty petroleum products, is not a glamorous sector. It does not trend on social media. Financial influencers do not make exciting videos about it. Analysts at big brokerages prefer to cover the large-cap energy majors, the refiners, the explorers. A smaller specialty petroleum products company? It simply does not get the coverage it deserves. And that is precisely the opportunity. When a sector is boring, when a company is small or mid-sized, when the analyst coverage is thin, the market tends to underappreciate what is happening. The price does not always reflect the true fundamental value, because not enough eyes are on it. There is a gap between what the business is actually doing and what the market currently understands about it. This company has shown consistent margin expansion across 3 consecutive quarters. That is not an accident. That is not luck. Consistent, multi-quarter margin improvement is a signal of structural change within a business. Something has shifted, whether it is better procurement, better product mix, better pricing power, better operational control. Something has clearly changed for the better. And the numbers are reflecting that change very loudly. But the broader market has not fully caught on yet. The street is still chasing the big names. And that creates a window. Low attention plus high execution equals opportunity. That is the insight. That is what the market is currently missing. Let us now just break down the numbers in the simplest possible way, because I want this to be very clear for everyone. Sales in March 2026 came in at 823 crore rupees. Just 1 year back, in March 2025, this was 695 crore. That is a jump of 128 crore rupees in sales. Good, steady, real business growth. EBITDA, the operating profit, came in at 91.4 crore rupees for March 2026. Just a year back, this was 59.4 crore. From 59.4 to 91.4, that is a 32 crore jump in operating profit. And that jump happened even though sales only went up by about 18%. That right there is the margin expansion story in its most pure form. Net profit of 71.1 crore rupees. 1 year ago this was 44.3 crore. That is a 26.8 crore jump in pure, clean, bottom line profit. That is real money going to shareholders. An EPS at 11 rupees 75 paise, up from 7 rupees 32 paise. That is the number that every shareholder should focus on. Because EPS is the direct measure of how much money the company is earning for each share you own. And that number has gone up by 61% in 1 year. Now here is something worth noting. The EBITDA grew by 54%, but sales only grew by 18%. That means every rupee of additional revenue generated approximately 2.5 rupees of additional operating profit. That kind of leverage is exceptional. That kind of leverage is what long-term wealth creation in equities looks like. If you are looking at the chart right now, and please do look at it carefully, you can see exactly what I am describing. The bars for sales are growing consistently from left to right. March 2025 at 695, December 2025 at 775, March 2026 at 823. Smooth, consistent, upward progression. But look at the profit bars. March 2025 at 44 crore. December 2025 at 46 crore, relatively flat. And then March 2026, that bar just jumps. 71 crore. A massive acceleration in the most recent quarter. That acceleration in profitability, happening while revenue was growing steadily, that is the key visual signal. And the EBITDA figure of 91.4 crore with a 54% YoY jump, that is what truly catches the attention of any serious fundamental investor. When you see this kind of profile, steady revenue, accelerating profits, it very often means the company has crossed some kind of inflection point in its operations. And inflection points in fundamentals, when they happen in undercovered companies, tend to eventually get noticed. And when they get noticed, re-ratings happen. So the natural question is, what could actually move this stock going forward? What are the triggers that could bring this company to the attention of a wider market? There are 4 things worth watching very carefully. Number 1, analyst discovery. Right now, this company is getting very limited institutional and retail analyst coverage. The moment that changes, the moment even 1 or 2 respected research houses start covering this company seriously, the visibility changes completely. Fresh coverage almost always brings fresh buying interest. Number 2, the next set of quarterly results. If this company maintains even a fraction of this momentum in the next quarter, the results will become very hard to ignore. A second consecutive quarter of 50+% profit growth? That will start showing up in screeners, in fund manager radars, in social media discussions. The compounding of attention can be as powerful as the compounding of earnings. Number 3. Any capacity or volume expansion. If the company announces new contracts, new capacities, or expansion into new product categories, that gives analysts and investors a forward-looking reason to get excited. Growth in the past is good. Visibility of growth in the future is what commands premium valuations. Number 4. Export demand pickup. Global demand for specialty petroleum products has been moving in interesting directions. If this company benefits from export opportunities or favorable pricing in international markets, the margin story could become even more powerful than what we are already seeing. Any one of these triggers, or a combination of them, could bring significant attention to this company. Now, I want to be completely straightforward with you here. Because any investment discussion that does not talk about risks is not an honest discussion. The biggest and most direct risk for this company is crude oil and feedstock volatility. Petroleum-linked businesses are fundamentally dependent on input costs, which are directly tied to global crude oil prices. If crude prices spike significantly, if the cost of feedstock rises sharply, the margins that we are so impressed by today can compress very quickly. The same operating leverage that is working in the company's favor right now can work against it if the commodity environment turns adverse. That is a real risk. That is not something to dismiss or underestimate. However, here is the important counterpoint. This company has demonstrated improving margins across 3 consecutive quarters, which means management has been doing something right. In a volatile commodity environment, maintaining and expanding margins requires genuine operational discipline, smart procurement, and possibly some pricing power in the end products. The fact that they have achieved this over multiple quarters, not just one, suggests this is not just luck. The 61% EPS growth is even more impressive when you consider that it happened while the global commodity environment was not particularly easy. That gives some confidence in the sustainability of this improvement. But please, and I say this very clearly, do your own detailed research. Understand the business model fully. Understand the specific products they make and who they sell to. Understand the balance sheet. This video is educational. It is designed to bring something interesting to your attention. It is not, in any way, investment advice. So let us bring it all together now, because that is the most satisfying part. You came into this video knowing nothing about this company. And now you know the full picture. Sales growing 18% year-on-year. EBITDA growing 54%. Net profit growing 61%. EPS jumping from 7 rupees 32 paise to 11 rupees 75 paise. A specialty petroleum products company. Undercovered by analysts. Showing consistent multi-quarter margin expansion. Operating leverage clearly kicking in. Multiple potential catalysts sitting right on the horizon. This is the kind of story that makes fundamental investing genuinely exciting. Not because it is guaranteed to work out, nothing in the market ever is, but because you found it early. Before the crowd. Before the coverage. Before the re-rating. The best time to understand a good business is before everyone else does. And that is exactly what you have done today. If you found this analysis useful, do share it with people who are genuinely interested in quality fundamental research. And subscribe so that the next time something like this comes to our attention, you are the first to know about it, not the last. Stay curious. Stay disciplined. And keep doing your research.